Hey everybody.
Hi.
We are live. It's another Sunday night. Excited to be with you guys. We're going to, this is Jarrod and Carrie from Tone Wars. For those of you who are new, we've gotten a lot of new subscribers lately. So
Yeah.
just wanted to introduce ourselves for, people who are new. And let's talk about like what we do here for those people as well. I mean, we're a gear-oriented channel. Um, we do a lot of shootouts and gear reviews and tutorials here, and we really enjoy that very much. We go live every Sunday night around 7 Eastern. Well, actually, it'll be Eastern Standard Time,
Times. Yeah,
starting
next
next
Sunday.
week. And next week we'll go on fight nights. We go live at 6 Eastern
Yep.
Standard Time because we just want to have like an earlier night.
Yeah.
Because we got a lot of ground to cover. So I'll be reviewing some stuff this week and posting some more episodes this week. Had kind of a busy week this week, so wasn't able to do a lot. But so gear reviews are coming and some tutorials. We'll be doing some more of that. And we're really looking forward to next week's fight night with the Axe FX 3 and the Kemper. And I have the Kemper, as you can see here. I got the Kemper stage with me, and I'm going to show you guys 3 of the profiles that are going to be in next week's fight night.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about last week's episode, which we had Chris on from Eva Under Fire.
It was a great episode.
It was. And you guys, if you missed it, you should watch it. Yeah, he was an incredible guest.
Yeah.
He was a lot of fun, and I love the fact that he was opinionated, but in a good way. He knew what he wanted.
Yep.
He knew how to talk about how to get it and what he liked, what he didn't like about things, and it helped us help him.
Right.
And I did
help me help you.
Exactly. And we'll talk about the follow-up call that I had with Chris in a bit too. Please remind me of that.
Sure.
I suck at remembering things. But that's kind of what we're going to talk about tonight. Again, last week's episode with I Hate My Kemper with Chris. And next week's fight night, we're going to go over the rules and do 3 profiles from the Kemper for you guys so you can hear it. And we're just going to do some viewer comments.
Couple of viewer comments.
Yep, the lovely Carrie will be reading those for you, and I will do my best to answer things. And of course, we want to hear from you guys. So everybody that's in the chat, hello, thanks for joining us.
Can say hi to a couple. Ben, you're always there.
What's up,
hey,
Ben?
Hope you're feeling better.
Yeah.
Jarrod said that you were sick, and then there was an accident.
Yeah, jeez. Ben had a rough couple weeks, man.
You and me both, man. we're hanging in there, though, right? Andrew Stonerock, how you doing, man?
Hey, Andrew, how you doing, man? Good to see your name there. Yeah, who else is saying hi? Everybody.
Those 2.
People are shy.
Being shy tonight.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. Yeah, we'd like to hear from you guys, though. Just say hi and ask questions. I mean, because that's what we're about. And we also, what we want to do, too, is we want to talk about, like, I shared, what was it? I shared Chris's episode, Help I Hate My Kemper, in one of the groups that I'm in. And a lot of guys really liked it and enjoyed it, but then I had some comments where people were like, gosh, it's long, and...
That's always from me, too.
yeah. So I'm like, we wanted to ask you guys, like, what do you guys think about, like, the longer live streams when we do shootouts or we do stuff? Maybe I'll explain my kind of side of it. In the live streams, there's talk, I mean, we're having conversations not only with the guest and each other a little bit, but with you guys too. We want to hear from you. We want to read your comments and answer questions, take things that you're saying and maybe apply it immediately to the show as the show's going on because it's live. So I feel like a live stream is more laid back.
Yeah.
It's a more laid back format. And let me bring this mic in a little closer here so they can hear us a little better. I'm looking at the meter there. It's a little weak. So I feel like a live stream is more of a little bit looser. Like if you watch my edited videos about like stuff that we do, I mean, like a review or something like that, it's all edited down. So all the like extra stuff's gone. I get right to the point and do that. But I kind of feel like a live stream is a little looser. And honestly, though, if you watch the live streams, the conversations that we have, either with each other or the guest that's on or the guests plural that are on, there's Easter eggs in there. There's a lot of great information that's shared in those conversations that might not be directly having something to do with the topic of the show, but it's stuff that can help people that are looking for answers for other things,
well,
too.
and sometimes, as long as people are being active in the chat, I feel like we're doing them a good service.
Yeah.
But I can understand how people are like, oh, yeah, on the watch back when you're watching it and you're not involved. And
yeah.
I don't have 2 hours. I don't have 15 minutes to stop.
Yeah. Well, the replay's a different story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've had several people suggest that, hey, why don't you, chop the episode up, the live stream up, and release it.
That just takes more of your time.
It takes a lot of my time. But I'm willing to do it, I guess, if I have the time and if people will watch it. I know the first shootout that we had with Fight Night was 4 hours. That was like a marathon.
Yeah.
But everybody stayed.
Yeah.
I mean, we had, 70 people or so, like the whole time. And now, conversely, I don't want to make people have to dread that and stay that long every time, but I appreciate the fact that they did.
Well, I feel like people can come and go, too. I mean, it's America.
Yep, it's America. Well, the other thing, too, is I don't have a problem, cutting episodes up if I have the time and releasing them as well.
Yeah.
And just getting the quick, bullet points of it out for people. As long as people will watch it, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, I mean, downloading these episodes takes, depending on how long it is, a couple hours.
Yeah.
And then I have to load it into my software and then go through and pick out the important stuff and chop it up and put it all together, but put it together in a way where it makes sense, too. Mm-hmm. And then there's things where I'm like, do I cut this out? This is actually a good, so it's like, man, I don't know what to do here. So
Ben commented, the cost of this gear and the major decisions they detail warrant longer episodes, in his opinion. If we were talking about $100 distortion pedals, 10 minutes is fine. $1,700 deserves 4 hours.
I do...
With the pee break.
Yeah. And I did take one that one time.
Yeah, you did.
No, I understand. I left you hanging, didn't I? I pulled a Wayne on you. You left Garth hanging there. No, I appreciate what you're saying, Ben, because, you're right. I mean, and as much as I do want to try my best to not make things long, but on the same token, You're right. Gear that costs that much money deserves to be, ran through its paces at a point where it's it's not ad nauseum, but at least it's at a point where at the end of the episode, people are like, hey, they left no stone unturned. And
I think the people that are interested will hang, and those that aren't will come in and glean a little and come in and out,
Yeah.
So I think we just do what we're doing, try to keep it concise as much as possible, but we're live. As long as people are engaged, then so be it.
Exactly. And we'll try to move things along. So what I did...
I try to move things along.
Yeah. Well, and I've...
And hi, Paul.
Hey, Paul, how you doing? What did Paul say? I saw you made it.
He just said hi, he made it, and he agrees with Ben.
Oh, all right. Well, thanks, Paul. By the way, Paul will be on next week's Fight Night. He's coming on to help us shoot out the Kemper and the XFX 3. Let me turn this mic up a little bit. I think it needs to be nudged so you guys can hear us better. I'm not seeing a really good... That's weird. We had a great signal last week. Yeah, I mean, Paul will be here. You want me to go over what we're doing next week?
Yeah, you want to go over the rules? And...
Yeah, so this is what we're going to do. We're in every episode that we do, especially on Fight Nights, we learn. We're like, okay, what did we learn from this episode? And how do we want to apply that to next episode so that it's better and more concise for everybody, more enjoyable for everyone? So what we learned was... what we want to do is, number one, make sure... I mean, we're trying to keep the diversity of players up. I mean, there's only so many people I know. I'm trying to keep the diversity up. So this is what we look for, though. Not only a diverse player. Let's say we're looking for somebody that plays blues or country or jazz on top of all the other players that we have. They have to be able to come and go on camera, it can be nerve-wracking to play in front of tons of people on camera, whether they're in the live stream
or in front of us. I mean, you're an excellent guitar player. And
oh gosh, thank you. But
welcome.
I don't know.
Can be a little.
I've had
people... white coat syndrome, purple guitar syndrome.
Purple guitar syndrome. Well, I mean, we need somebody that can play on camera comfortably, and we don't want them to feel awkward, And they also have to articulate, what they're saying properly, like what they think of this tone or that tone. Believe it or not, we're all musicians here, so we can all say we're all a little weird. We're quirky.
I'm definitely weird.
Yeah.
He's definitely weird. Super weird.
We're quirky, we're weird. A lot of them are very shy. So they get on camera and it's like, what did you think of that tone? And they're kind of, oh, it's pretty good, I guess. And you're like, bro, speak up. Like,
we were just laughing our butts off upstairs.
Yeah, like, come on, dude. As soon as the red light comes on, they're like, oh, So we need people that can articulate what they're saying. They need to play. And the other thing is they need to be consistent. They need to play, the same riff.
So you have come up with a couple guidelines. Not calling them rules, but guidelines to help you and to help the viewers. So what are those guidelines?
Well, the number one guideline is for you to... you have to play the same riff on each amp sim.
Yes.
So in other words, if we're doing an EVH amp sim on the Kemper and the XFX3, you have to play the same riff on both.
Yeah.
To be able to judge them properly. Because if you're playing a rhythm riff on one and a lead on the other, it's like, how do you know how chunky or how fat or how, percussive that amp is when you play two different things on it? So you have to play the same thing, And then when we go to
Paul, pay attention. It's for you next week, man.
Yeah. So and then when you go to the next amp sim comparative, kind of situation, you can pick a different riff to play on those, And
we have to be careful to make sure that we're only playing original music or just general riffs. We can't do covers.
I don't want to be demonetized.
Right.
So you got to do that, and that's a fair test between both units, And if you want to play two different things, let's say you want to take a profile on the Kemper and put it up against the XFX3, and you want to play rhythm and lead on it, well, that's fine. Do rhythm, lead, and then you can judge them that way too. So you can do that. So that keeps things very consistent. And the other thing is articulate yourself properly. Like make sure that you're opinionated. This is an opinion-based situation.
You're not going to hurt Jarrod's feelings. In other words, if you don't like it, it's because tone is so relevant to your personal taste.
Yeah,
as long as you're not subjective, thanks for the word. As long as you're not making people's ears bleed, tone is so subjective. So if you don't like it, you have to say so. And you've got to be able to know how to explain, what do you want or not want? Do you want more mids, less mids?
Yeah.
More bass, less bass,
Yeah, you got to be able to say that. Because, I own a pressure washing business, as you guys probably know. And the thing I hate the most is when you do a job, you wash somebody's house, and then they call you the next day, and they're like, well, I just thought it'd be cleaner. Or they just I don't know, I'm just not happy. Well, what aren't you happy with so that I can go out and make it right? I don't know, I just thought it would be cleaner, Is there a specific issue that I can address? No, and it's just
it's like pulling teeth.
It's like, how am I supposed to help you if I don't know what issue it is? So it's the same thing with this. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you like or don't like about this, so that, because I think that not only me and you, but the audience, like you guys, the people watching, they want to know what it is that you like or don't like about a profile or preset. So
Ben says a teaser. Is it a taser or a teaser? We'll keep things
taser.
Oh, nice. Still dealing with some coughing. Apologize for that.
Yeah.
A little congestion still in my chest.
Yeah.
From the pneumonia.
For a while. From the
pneumonia. Yeah. Excuse me. Looks like you're going to play a couple things for us sometime tonight too, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to demo three fingers. 3 profiles.
You're so weird.
Well, I'm holding a pick. 3 profiles from the Kemper tonight. One is the EVH from Live Ready Sound. The other is a Diesel VH4 from one of my other favorite profiles, and I'm going to do a Friedman HBE. Those 3 will be in next week's shootout. So I want to show you guys what they sound like. And
wanted to do a shout out too to Jay from Morgan Chord Music. Spent a few hours with him last night.
Yeah, that was
he
great.
brought over his Axe effects, right?
Yeah, he brought over his X3 and he brought his Rev generator amp over.
It really tickled your fancy.
Dude.
I know.
Oh my god.
It was a really pretty, usually amps are amps to me, but it was really pretty. It was a nice amp. Nice looking amp. Pretty cool.
Yeah. The colors. Well, you're
cool.
all about the colors and lights and everything, which I like too, but man, that thing sounded absolutely amazing. It really did. And it was great meeting Jay.
Yeah, for sure.
Having dinner with him and spending the evening with him and just throwing the guitar back and forth, trying out the gear and different things. And that Rev generator, I've always heard great stories about it. I always heard that it was great. Glenn Fricker brags about it. Other guys brag about it. And they all say like great things about it. So there's a lot of hype about it. And then, of course, I'm like, well, I want to check this thing out. And it's better than the hype. I mean, it really is. That thing just sounded amazing. I mean, it definitely was one of the tightest amps I've ever played without an overdrive. Now, when you put the overdrive in front of it, it's even better. But even without it, it was very tight and very responsive. And the tone was just killer. And I found out that Jay and I have very similar taste in tone.
Yeah.
Because a lot of this, so he brought over his XFX3, plugged that in to the Friedman cab, and I was like, I wonder how different we are.
Yeah.
And he started playing, he's like, well, he was turning the knob and I'm playing presets and, and I'm like, well, I like this one. He goes, well, actually, that was the one I was going to use in the competition. And 3 or 4 of them in a row, everything that I liked, he also said, I already wrote that down.
Maybe he did his homework.
Yeah. So I was like,
got some music out there he can study.
Yeah, you never know. But I was like, well, it seems like we have a similar taste in tone. But even the way he had his Rev generator amp set up, it was very similar to how I would. I don't think I would have changed anything. So I was like, you know what? I think we're either the same smart people or the same idiots. I don't know which one, but we're the same.
Couple of weirdos. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
No, usually I hear so many guitar tones working with him, and what do I always say?
Sounds like a guitar.
Sounds like a guitar. Can I sing now?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but this one for sure. It got my attention. I'm like, what? Oh.
It's got a great, aggressive but smoothness to it. It's just nothing annoying. And you know what was funny is not funny, but what was interesting was as aggressive and as tight and really, big as the red channel and the purple channel were on it. I think it's the blue channel, which is the clean one. Mm-hmm. That was gorgeous. It was lush. Mm-hmm. It was very nice. A very nice channel. So I was very surprised that he got such a good, clean, sparkling, clean sound out of an amp that could just scare the crap out of you. You know. So yeah, it was nice. Very nice.
So next week then, fight night. Tune in at 6:00. And it's going to be the XFX3 against the Kemper. Yep. We've got 4, maybe 5 different guitar players coming. Yep. And it's going to be... Did you guys see the promo that we released last week at the playground?
Some people ask, why monkey bars? I'm like... You never had that conversation with the school bully?
I feel like we're old, man.
I guess.
We must be too old.
Monkey bars at 3:00, man. You're going down. That's why we did that.
They don't let them fight in school anymore.
Oh, that's too bad. I think people should be allowed to work
anti-bullying
differences.
Rules now.
Hey, man, if you didn't get a bloody nose in grade school, then you didn't go to grade school. You know what I mean? I got a few and I gave a few. That's how it worked when I was growing up.
Not me. Yep. I fell off the monkey bars once.
Yeah.
I was swinging and landed flat and knocked the wind out of myself.
Damn.
Yeah. It was no fun.
Yeah.
Learned a lesson there.
You survived.
I did. I survived.
You're a little weird now, but you made it. See, a little funny. Bump and bruise.
Keith Vartanian. Hello, Keith.
Hey, Keith. How you doing, man? Good to see. Good to hear you.
Vox Pathfinder was here.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, Dan, how you doing, Dan? He's here. He says howdy. Let me see here.
We're caught up.
We're caught up.
We're caught up.
All right, let's do.
The Chicago Todd just chimed in. Hi guys, I'm on my way to rehearsal, but hanging and listening on the phone. Right?
He's on his way to rehearsal. Make sure you keep your eyes on the phone and not the road. Or
wait what? Don't do that, man.
Don't do that. I'm kidding. Get an Uber so you can watch. Yeah, good to hear from you, man.
I always say your name wrong. Berserkland. Is that it? Berserkland Studios.
Hey, what's going on, man?
I might have got it right that first time.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
All right, what do you want to do?
We got 21 people here. Let me go through,
Stainless steel, what is that? Hi, you're both in shape. Good to see you getting nicer. What's that?
Nicer. Well, I'm on my weight loss journey.
You're getting nicer?
Yeah. I'm on my weight loss journey, that's for sure, man. I gained 25, lost 25, and gained 10 back. So, yeah. She always looks good, though. She's lucky.
Oh, thanks.
So, all right, let's do what I'm going to do here. Let me get this mouse out of the way before I start making bad decisions.
Stainless steel said he can see your weight loss. He noticed.
Yeah, it's behind my guitar.
You keep sending him positive affirmations. He likes it.
Thank you. Yeah, I need it too, because, man, there's some days where I'm like, you know what I do is I walk in the woods now. I got these
our favorite time of year.
These trails behind my house that are absolutely
Not that
beautiful.
way, it's that way.
Oh, is it that way?
It's that way.
Okay, so I walk in these trails over here, and it's literally like you're in Narnia back there, and it's absolutely beautiful. The whole floor.
Middle Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a hobbit back there. I really do. Yeah, it's really cool. So let me do this. Let me do the EVH tone that is going to be in next week's episode. And I think that this tone is going to really do well. And after this, remind me to talk about the Axe Effects and what my first impressions were on that.
All
okay?
right.
All right, so 1 second here. Let me mute the mic, and I will get started.
You're getting a lot of nice compliments.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Nice playing. Is that drop G?
That is drop A.
Drop the guitar.
Yeah, it's a 7 string, and it's actually drop A. What is it? B, whatever.
Jared's
I don't know.
Yeah, Jarrod doesn't know that stuff.
I don't know notes.
Not technical stuff.
I just know how to play them sort of okay. I just don't know what they're called. It's a
Use your tuner.
Half step down. Yeah, good idea. It's drop G sharp. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here. All right, you can go now.
Right. Matt Fig says great tones.
Hey, what's up, Matt?
Let's see. Berserkerland Studios. Awesome killer tones. Oh, Ben. I scrolled right past. Thank you for the super chat. He says,
my God, dude. Thank you.
He missed last week. This should offset any YouTube charges.
Oh, my God. Dude, you're...
Thank you for being so consistent.
You're the best, dude. You really are. Thank you.
Very helpful behind the scenes as well.
Yes.
Thanks for supporting Jarrod.
We really, seriously, dude, my just, major horns to you, man. We, there's so much that goes into these shows, and we really appreciate the support. We love the views. We love the comments. We love all that stuff. And we'd love the financial support too, because this does not come cheap. No. I mean, all the stuff that we do.
That's fun though.
Oh yeah, we love it. So that's why we're here. But we really appreciate that. Thank you, Ben.
Ozzy Guitarman says the promo was awesome. The voice. You mean this one?
You gonna show up or what? Yeah, it's my WWE voice.
Yeah. I think I would cough if I...
Yeah, right now you'd probably hawk up a lung. Yeah.
Hacking up lungs.
Yep, that's what we do here. So that was the EVH tone. And by the way, I want to give a nice shout out to Matt Fig. He made some profiles of the Evil Kitty Salvation Audio module that we used in last week's episode. And he sent them to me. And Chris loved those profiles.
I think he went right home and bought them the next day, right?
Yes, he did. He bought them the next day. And he also bought the Live Ready Sound.
So say what you wanted to say about Chris.
Yes, I will. He also bought the Live Ready Sound Matchless profiles, and he loved all of them. Yeah. And he's got them in his amp. So let me do a follow-up on last week's episode, and then I'll play 2 more profiles for you guys, too. Also, in the chat, the second profile I'm going to do is the Diesel VH4. Let me know if you want me to do the Friedman HBE or the Engel Savage. Let me know which one.
Friedman or Engel?
Yeah, Friedman or Engel. Please let me know. So... Chris came on last week. He's in Eve Under Fire. They will be like a major touring act next year. They just signed a huge record deal and stuff. And because they're going on tour and doing all these huge...
I'm pretty sure he said he was going to take both of us with them.
Yeah, I hope so. He better. Tone Wars on the road. So what was I going to say? So because he's going on these major tours, they need to consolidate their, the band's rigs and stuff. So the management company suggested that they got Kempers because they are really good and they're very easy to tour with. And he was frustrated with it because he couldn't find anything. Because there's a lot of... Kemper's only as good as the profile that you're playing through it. And there's a lot of bad profiles out there, but there's also a lot of good ones. And we found out how good Live Ready Sound's profiles and Matt Fig's profiles are last week because Chris is one fussy dude, and I like that about him.
Fussy dude.
I like that about him because I'm the same way. I'm fussy as hell. So if I find a profile that I love, it's good. At least for me it is. So, and he plays a Bad Cat Hot Cat amp, which is a very weird, rare amp. So I'm like, how am I going to help this guy?
Yeah.
So we found him 3 profiles that he absolutely loves. 2 of them are from Matt Fig, and one's from Live Ready Sound. The Matchless amp, which is basically the same amp. Same guy made them both, and he's extremely happy with them. I called Chris the next day and had a nice conversation with him. I'm like, so how is everything sounding and this and that? And he absolutely loves them, and he feels very good about going on tour with these. And he also decided that the powered Kemper, the power amp, because he's got a powered Kemper with a cab, sounds good, but the Synergy Syn 5050 that he played through here sounds better, so he's actually going to get one of those. That Syn 5050 is one hell of an amp. So he's going to switch to a tube power amp through his cab, and he just told me, he goes, I got an old Marshall tube amp here that's just a rack powered amp. He goes, I compared even that with my Kemper, and it blew the Kemper away as far as the power section goes. So he's going to switch to that, to the Syn 5050, and he said, I'm done. After that, those profiles are going to sound amazing, and that's it. And I'm going to do an episode this week, hopefully. I got a lot of jobs this week, so hopefully if I get those jobs done, I'll be able to do this episode. But I'm going to do it about the power section.
Yeah.
And is it better, to pair your Kemper with, a good power section and a real cab, or is it okay to do it straight front of house? And which one's better? Is there really magic in there or not? Yeah. So I'll let you guys know when I do that episode.
Matt Fig put a discount code in there, or a promo code. Matt Figgy Glove. Matt Fig Glove. For cool. 50% off. So
sweet.
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah. Those profiles are good. They're very legit. Very legit profiles. So him, Live Ready Sound, and there's some other ones out there that are really good. So
Ben says the Angle Savage. Chicago Todd, the Angle.
Okay, I'll do the Angle.
Joe McBride, you should try the Headrush or Boss GT 1000 for the money blows the Kemper away.
I actually, hey Joe, is it Joe?
Joe.
Joe. Hey Joe, good to hear from you. I actually did, if you scroll down to my episodes, I did a shootout between, like, the Kemper, what was it, the Kemper, the Helix, and the Headrush.
Yes.
And I did 3 different topics. I did interface, I did tone and feel, and I did effects.
Yeah.
And I guess go watch those and let me know what you think.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let me know what you think.
A lot of time was put into it.
Oh, God, yeah.
The information's there.
Yep, the information's there. I'd like to see what your thoughts are after you watch those 3. Because I get pretty in depth with them, and I actually show like the the interface one was fun. I had to dial stuff in.
Sounds like the game show we're gonna put together.
Yeah,
right?
the interface race. That one's gonna be fun. We're gonna do that very soon.
Jinx.
Yeah.
We're good. Caught up.
All right, so I guess let me do the diesel VH4 because I already have that kind of preloaded, and then I will find the Angle Savage, and I will do that for you guys after we chat a little bit after that.
Keith wants to hear me sing a cappella for a minute.
Go ahead if you want.
You don't want to hear me sing, right?
She just got over pneumonia, so yeah, that's probably not going to go over very well.
All congested.
Yeah, we'll lose all our subscribers.
Shut up! Now I want to do it.
Yeah, well, go ahead, but I'm blaming you if everything goes belly up over here. It's all your dang fault. All right, 1 second here, guys. Let me switch to the diesel and mute the mic here. That is so beastly sounding. I love it. Yeah.
Let's see.
So
Chicago Todd, I just picked up a Saldana 100 profile from Top Jimmy Profiles, and I'm digging that one. I love the Angle Savage that comes on the Kemper, but it's a bit noisier than the diesel VH4 profile.
Have you tried? Yeah, that's good, Todd. Have you tried the diesel VH4? It's called the GB-Diesel VH4 that comes with the Kemper. It's by, his name's Guido Bungenstock. Guido Bungenstock.
What's up, Guido?
What's up, Guido? You gonna break my knuckles?
Guitar Tones, is that a stock cab?
This is, it's just, it came with the...
Yeah.
Yeah, this profile here, it came with the Kemper. It's a Guido Bungenstock profile. He also makes a bunch of other profiles. This was the first profile I picked when I bought my Kemper.
Yeah.
When I first fired it up, I was just scrolling, I saw the diesel VH4, and I'm like, what's that one like? And I started playing, I was like, holy crap. Like, oh my God. And I still feel the same way about it. I still think it's just bombastic and awesome.
Todd says he loves it. It's in his faves.
Yeah, it is, dude. It's a killer profile. What I did is I nudged the highs. Let's see, the middle's at 0.2. The treble's at 0.6. And that's it. I left the rest of it alone. And it just sounds incredible. It really does. I love it. I would probably change a couple things for leads or whatever, but other than that, I mean, I just think it's just a great, full, fat, very percussive, big, bombastic sounding, profile. Yeah. There's really nothing not to like about it, I mean, it's just killer. So I really like that. And then the EVH one was the one, it's the EL34 from Live Ready Sound, which I also really like a lot. So
for those of you that were encouraging me to sing, even though I can't really sing awesome this week, we just released a song. Did you put it up on iTunes?
Yes, it's all up on iTunes. It's on every streaming service out there.
All of the Google Plays and everything. Yeah. It's called While I Bleed. So if you search for our band Anastasia,
ANASTACI.
ANASTACI. Yep. Anastasia. You can hear one of our songs there. Yep. But yeah. I'm hoarse. My singing voice isn't.
Yeah, her lungs are shot too.
Yeah.
Even you're. Yep, that really took you down hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Still a little tired.
Yeah. Well, let me go ahead and keep these guys occupied while I find the next profile.
Looks like Berserker Land got the Megadeth tones and using the coupon. So that was cool.
Oh,
Thanks for
sweet.
Sharing. Yeah. Let's see. Ben asked Matt Fig, will you put a link to your website? If you're listening, they want a link to your website.
For who? Tim?
Matt Fig.
Oh, Matt Fig. Yeah, I could do that too. But Matt, definitely put that in there. Matt's a great guy. He's got a lot of great profiles
Where's
too.
he from? Where are you from, Matt?
Yeah, he's from Michigan.
Is he from? Well, he's from Michigan.
Yeah, I'm going to get together with Matt soon, hopefully, and we're going to go. He's got all the Salvation audio.
We're going to go drink some whiskey. You said?
Yeah.
Well, did you hear? I heard that.
That's how she translates everything. I heard whiskey. No, I just said you got something in the mail. Did I get whiskey in the mail? No. We'll do that. We'll definitely get together with Matt. I want to check out. He's got all the Salvation audio modules.
Yeah.
Because as you guys know, I'm a big Synergy fan too. So I love Synergy stuff, and he's got all the Salvation audio modules that work with the Synergy gear that I have. So let me turn the gain down a little bit here. This is the Live Ready Sound Ingle Savage one here. Let me go ahead and demo this for you guys real quick. That is so chunky.
Yeah,
it's just so nasty. God.
I should have my pack turned up a little bit. I got the volume down. So
do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Could have been better.
Yeah. I was looking at the meter. It's good on the meter there. So, yeah, what'd you guys think of that one? I think this is going to be a great contender as well. I also have.
So you're going to use these next week.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep, I am going to use these and several other ones. So, what we decided to do, I have the list here.
You made a list?
Yeah, I made a list.
I'm so proud of you.
I know.
You're gonna work me out of a job. Stop making lists, man.
No, you still have a huge hole to fill here. So what I did is I had a nice conversation with Jay, who owns the XFX3.
You're so funny.
What?
I had a nice conversation.
That doesn't sound very manly, does it? Yeah, me and Jay.
I had a lovely conversation with Mr. Warmcord.
We got in a bar fight and arm wrestled a little, threw some darts at each other, shot up the place, and then we talked about some profiles that we're going to use here.
Get to it.
After we set the building on fire. Robbed a bank. So we got the high gain profiles we're going to do is EVH, the Friedman HBE, Engel Savage, Dual Rec, a Mark IV, and a Diesel VH4. That's what we decided to go with. And in case somebody wants to use a Marshall, we're going to throw a Marshall in there for people who ask for it. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to have guys show up, and before they come, they're going to say which ones out of this list they prefer. They're going to play 3 of that list of profiles that they're familiar with and that they like. Yeah, 3. I'll make a weird 3. 3 of them. And then they'll do 1 clean on each unit. So we're streamlining this. We're going to shorten it because we really don't need to play 15.
You don't.
You
really don't
need to play 15 per unit. You know?
You really don't.
We shan't be doing that. Did I throw in an English accent there?
For a second there.
No, we don't. So we shan't be playing 15. We'll be doing 3.
That is my cup of tea.
Yeah, and then for the cleans, we're probably going to do like either a tweed, a blackface, or a Roland Jazz chorus. You know,
a tweed.
A tweed, yeah, Fender Tweed Deluxe or a Reverb Deluxe.
Tweed's always in style.
Yeah, always. So we'll do those, and we'll have several players. Cheers, by the way.
Cheers.
Drinking water, you sissy. And so that's what we're doing. And we decided, oh no. So we decided to keep it simple and to go with like the main ones that people want and then stay away from the quirky ones. I wanted to do a Rev, but there's no Rev amps in the XFX3. Bummer.
Dude, that thing was so heavy.
I know.
Oh
my God.
It was like moving a boulder.
I know it was when when Jay got here. Like I was like, well, let me help you bring in your gear, and then we went out and he pops the trunk on his truck, and
you're like, oh, we'll get this.
Yeah,
one.
I'll get the amp for you, and he's like, all right.
He got you.
I came in and I needed a chiropractic adjustment. That thing was a brick, man.
Yeah.
Holy! And I was like, I dare you to pick that up.
I couldn't. Yeah. I got like one corner off the floor. It was really heavy.
That thing was gnarly, man.
But
Super
it was
heavy.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it sounded incredible. It was worth every pound.
Now, did he choose red, or is that their standard?
Yeah, he chose it. They Tolexed it for him. Yeah, that was custom Tolex, and he said they were great people. So they did a really good job.
And then what was he saying about he didn't call it a cab. What did he call the thing that goes underneath where the emblem on the middle corresponds with
the cab. Yeah.
The cab. It was the cab. Mm-hmm. I thought he called it something else.
Just a speaker cabinet. Yeah, it's just the same thing. So there's an emblem on it that when you hook the cab up to the amp, it lights up with it, and it changes colors with it, which that was kind of
really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really cool experience. Playing through that amp.
I think you blew everybody away with your last tone because nobody's saying anything anymore.
Dang, guys.
Yeah, it was that good. They were like, all right, done. I don't need to hear anymore.
Now, that's the Engel Savage. That one's going to be in there. And I think this one's going to be very streamlined, very to the point.
Maybe they're boycotting because I'm not singing.
Oh, well, if you're a great singer, but right now your voice is shot. So.
I sound a bit like an old smoker lady.
You'd boycott if she did sing, trust me.
Yeah.
And I say that with the greatest amount of respect.
Let's see. Ben, Diesel VH4. Okie dokie.
Yeah, let's see. Matt Fig, what you like? Okay,
We're caught up.
Yeah, the VH4 is going to be sick. Now, let me just talk about my experience with the X3. I've never played an XFX product, period. Except for the X8, which I played briefly about 2 years ago. Did not like it. And it could have been the presets I was playing. I don't know.
That was with Myers?
I did not. I was not impressed with it at all. I was like, yuck. And I don't mean to disparage a product. I'm just saying, like, to be fair, it could have been the presets. I don't know, but it did not blow my skirt up at all. So, last night when Jay brought over his X3, I was like, I didn't know what to expect. I got to tell you guys, that thing it's gonna be close. Yeah, it's gonna be close. I was very surprised at how much I liked it. You know what I was surprised the most about with that is that it for a modeler, it did have texture, which I didn't expect it to have. I didn't expect it to have as much texture and like rawness to it that it had compared to especially other modelers out there. I would definitely say
Ben says he showed up at the playground and you never showed up. I was there. I witnessed it, and we've been praising your... Let's look at me, wagging my finger. We've been praising your amp.
Oh, Jay said that?
Jay Crowd,
you said Ben.
Oh, no, Jay. Sorry. I said I was there. Yeah. Ben says he wants you to play the Diesel VH4.
Oh, again? I can do that again. I can go back to that. I'll have to find it. Just give me a second here. But I will say that the XFX 3, this is going to be a good one. Out of all the modelers, I've played the Helix and I've played the Head Rush, and now I can say I played the X3. Out of those three, the X3 is definitely the best. I mean,
between what?
The Helix, the Head Rush, and the X3.
Okay.
I would say the X3 is the king of modelers for sure. I mean, that thing sounded really good.
Yeah.
It felt great. It had lots of attack. It had lots of it had texture, which I did not expect from a modeler. So they found a way to put that in there, and they did a great job with it. And there's a bit of a rawness to it as well. So I think this is going to be a good shootout. I really do. I really, really do.
It's probably going to be super close. Does that mean it's good or bad if they're super close?
I think that's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. That's what we want, you know? I mean,
I want to kill something.
Yeah, well, I just want I want it to be, everything to present its best.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like we've said before, like when you watch the Super Bowl and one team's got like 10 touchdowns, the other one's got nothing.
Yeah.
It's not a fun game anymore. It's just kind of like...
Neck and neck, huh?
Yeah, I want like a nail biter, and I think this is going to be a nail biter.
Oh,
I really do.
Ben says he was cleaning house and working with the dogs. He missed it. Well,
oh, all right, dude. For Ben, absolutely. Let me go back to the Diesel.
Brian also said, let's see, Brian Miller. Hi, Brian, by the way.
Hey, what's up,
Thanks
Brian?
for chiming in. Metallica uses the XFX, 3 Live, and they wouldn't use it if it wasn't great.
It is. It's very... I was surprised. I really was. You know. I really, really was. I gotta find this darn thing now. Where is it?
Nice. So next Sunday, right? Next Sunday, 6 p.m. will be the next fight night. And then we're working on this game show.
Yep, which is going to be... What's it called again?
The Interface Race.
That's right, the Interface Race.
I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be fun.
I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be
I got to get 2 minutes to sit down with you and plan this stuff. My schedule is...
Well, you'll be hosting it, so you'll be Vanna White and Pat Sajak on that one. So that'll be fun. Well, let me do this for Ben real quick. This is the Diesel VH4 by Guido Bungenstock. This is one of my favorite profiles. And this is going to be in the shootout next week. Yeah. All right, 1 second here. So yeah, that's the diesel VH4, and that one is going to definitely be in the shootout. Yeah. I have a lot of faith in it, and so like what we're doing too is Jay is picking, like when we had our little powwow last night. I checked the profiles. He showed me the profile or the presets in the Axe FX3 that he's picked. I played through them. Not that they had to meet my approval. I just wanted to see what they were like.
Well, you had never dealt with them before.
Never dealt with them before. So I trust Jay completely. I think he's got excellent taste and tone. He knows what sounds good and what doesn't. And man, the presets that he picked were scary good. I was like, I don't know,
They sounded a lot. You said that in the beginning, but it sounded just, to me, just like what you would pick. What you play anyway.
Yeah, they were very familiar. So I think this is going to be close.
Brian says, when is your something coming in, Jarrod? They just lowered the price to $19.99. When is your what? He didn't say what. When is your coming in, Jarrod? What you talking about, Brian?
Oh, Brian's talking about probably the... I think he's talking about the Axe 3. They did lower the price. Mm. Yeah, I haven't ordered one. I don't know if I'm going to get one, though. You know, because I got gear coming out of my rear end, guys. I almost got ready to start a store. Yeah, seriously, like I got too much gear. I gotta actually go on Facebook Marketplace and start selling some stuff.
We've been talking about that for like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
I got guitars.
I got 3 guitars I gotta sell. I got a couple of I got several other things I gotta get rid of.
What kind of guitars are they?
They're Ibanez Prestige S series models that literally sit in the case. They've been in the cases for almost 4 years now because I don't. Once you play these, and I'm not trying to sound snobby. I say this with all humility, but once you play one of these, man, all your other guitars are just going to collect dust.
The purple guitar syndrome.
Yeah, I mean, these Majesty guitars are so good. I mean, they're just glorious guitars. You know, so I just couldn't, because what I did is I got used to this bridge and the string separation, like the how far apart they are and everything, the way the bridge feels. Now when I play anything with a Floyd Rose, I feel like it's like, what is this? It feels like a tuba.
Yeah.
It's that foreign to my hands. Like, I don't even know what it is.
I would love to see you play a tuba.
Playing the tuba. Yeah. So I don't want to play another guitar that I got to adjust to. Like these, I pick them up, I play them, just no adjusting. You know, I pick those up, I'm like, oh, what is this? You know, so that's why. Not because they're bad guitars, they're just too foreign to me now.
Jay says, you guys were great hosts. Thanks for a great time last night. You're welcome. We said all kinds of good things about you earlier in the show. You missed it.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it was really good getting to know Jay. It was the first time we met him, and we had dinner and played a lot of gear, and just it was
Fun
great.
Guy.
Yeah,
funny guy.
He's got a great podcast. Post your podcast link in here too, Jay, so people can check out your podcast. It's beer and movies, I think, or something like that, and they just talk about beer and movies and.
There's something else, beer, movies, and one other thing.
I apologize, I suck at names, so, but post that so people can check you out.
Let's see, Joe McBride, what's your thoughts on the PV 6505 profiles on the Kemper?
Which ones? The ones that are stock or the ones that like? I do have some in here.
You generally don't like the PV stuff.
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, 6505.
I never hear you talk about it.
Here is a 6505 right here. Let me play this real quick for you. Yeah, this is a... make sure I got everything set up right here. Yeah, let me play this for you guys real quick. This is a 6505.
You know what's super cool? When at this angle, your green lights, it looks like, what do you call these, frets? Yeah. The fret bars, it looks like they're neon.
Oh, really?
From this angle, yeah.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It looks like a laser light show on your guitar. It's so neat.
Stainless frets, man. That's why they rule.
That says, by the way, 6606.
It's 5606. It's just what they call it. It's a 6505.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's just what he calls it.
Well, that's super confusing.
Yeah. Well, Live Ready Sound.
I was like, you forgot your glasses. You can't see.
They usually, profiles, you guys know this if you have Kempers, they're all named something like off.
Oh, you have to name them off?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Copyright stuff. Yeah. Wow. You can name it, Bob's Amp. So
but nobody would know.
No one would know. So it's just a copyright thing. So they always mix things up. So so that's what that is, and it sounds great. I used to have a 5150. I had the original 5150 amp, the block letter when they came out. I bought it was back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And that thing was just...
The 90s.
The 90s, yeah,
that thing weren't they awesome. Just 10 years ago? I'm pretty sure 1990 was 10 years ago.
I wish.
That's what it feels like. Mm-hmm. Some drinking water.
Well, yeah. So, anyways... I
feel better now.
Yeah, that was a great profile. There's a bunch of good profiles in there, That's a good thing about the Kempers. Its weaknesses, it's only as good as the profile that you're playing, but its strength is it's as great as the profile you're playing too. So you're not stuck with it came with this model, like with modelers, it came with this model of the amp, and you can only tweak it so far to make it good, and if you can't get it the way you like it, you're screwed. With the Kemper, if you don't like the profile you're playing, get someone else's profiles and get those, and you'll love them. So,
you want me to get some viewer comments up?
Yeah, why don't you read a couple viewer comments?
Yeah, I screenshotted a couple. I couldn't find 5 this time, but let's see. So this one was on the, was this the last week? Let's see. 2 days ago, I think it was. From Jeffrey Merrifield, your clean profile is really nice around the 101 mark, both with and without the effects. Is that available somewhere?
Yes, it is. I'll tell you what it is.
That was on the Help I Hate My Kemper episode with.
Yes,
with
I'll even play it for you briefly.
Well, we get dinner and a show.
Yeah. So this one is...
Keith loves the playing, dude.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Me too.
Appreciate that. This is a Live Ready Sound Master of Bands is what it's called. And it's an amp profile of let me see, amp tags. It's a Fender. Let me scroll down. Bandmaster Reverb. And I love this profile. Let me just do a quick little tour of this amp. 1 second. So that's it with the effects. Now I'll just play it briefly with the effects off. And just so you guys know too, it's heavily affected, but I dial in my stuff for specific parts of specific songs that we play. Yeah. So that's why it sounds like that, but in the context of a mix, it sounds glorious. So just so you know, I don't usually run with that heavy effects unless it's for a certain part of a song.
Hi, Brett Murphy.
Hey, Brett, what's going on, man? Good to see you.
He said John Mayer uses a Bandmaster as part of his clean sound, if he's not mistaken. Great.
Well, he would know, wouldn't you? Because you're he's an expert on a lot of those kinds of tones and stuff. I want to have Brett on again because Brett's an amazing player, and he's great at articulating what he likes and doesn't like about amps too. So
I feel like we never have enough time to really dig in because he's always part of a 3 or 4 person cast.
Yeah.
It would be nice to dig in deeper with
absolutely.
Brett.
Yeah, and well, we had a fun time hanging out with them after the first. Was it the Kemper Challenge? It was Kemper Challenge. We hung out with Brett for a while after that, and I really had a good time with them. So we'll have you on again, Brett, for one of these other fight nights, or maybe something else.
Figure out a piece of equipment that you hate, and then we'll have help. I hate my blah blah blah.
My blah blah blah.
Just you.
All right, so let's play this without the effects real quick. 1 second. So that's what that sounds like without the effects. It's just so you know, it's the coil tap on here. So that's what I had. It's the middle pickup selection here. So that's usually what I play my cleans on. I like that sparkle. I like that nice chimey kind of tone that I get out of that. So that's why I do that.
Brett said he's game.
Sweet, man. We will definitely have you on again. That was really fun. We had him on twice now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done I think he did.
He's always been in with a series of people, though. So.
Yeah. So we'll have him on. Definitely. It was really fun hanging out with him.
Jay says, movies, music, and beer podcast.
That's what it is. Yeah. I'm sorry I forgot the name. I suck at I forget my name if I, gosh. Yeah.
Well, let me see. Our next message that I screenshotted was from, this was from the same guy. I didn't even notice that.
Oh.
It's from the same guy. Gregory Merrifield. Brilliant and timely. I got my Kemper last week. My use is for recording. Usually sounds great playing, but the recorded sound has been overly sharp. A lot of people don't seem to grasp this concept of either sounding great in the mix and not great while playing, and vice versa. So huge. Thank you. And then he said, this gave me a lot of good ideas. Any profile suggestions for Pink Floyd, The Wall, 70s, rock, 80s new wave, alternative, Def Leppard would be great.
Yeah, I mean, I if you guys have suggestions for profiles for him, please post those here. I don't play that genre of music, right. So I would be being kind of pretentious saying, "No, get these," because I really don't. I don't play that kind of music, so I don't want to mislead you with the wrong profiles, because I know what guys look for typically in the metal kind of area, but it's I don't want to speak out of turn and speak for people who speak for people who play a different genre, because I really don't understand what they're looking for.
And speaking of that, it kind of rolls into my next
but let me finish.
Comment.
Let me finish this. So like to his other thing when he said like a lot of times people want they get mixed up between like what sounds great in the mix and what sounds good by yourself. The thing that I look for in profiles, and this is a trend in I think a lot of the profile makers, is they're making mix ready profiles for studio guys, which is great, because what are studio guys doing with profiles? Well, they're reamping with them in a mix. They're not playing them, so it's just these guys that are involved, not these guys.
Yeah.
So if you got to keep that in mind when you're looking for profiles. Nothing wrong with studio mix ready profiles, but if you're a player and you're looking for something to play and practice with and do live sound with and stuff like that, that's a totally different thing. It's just like when people like, I want Randy Rhoads' tone from Blizzard of Oz. No, you don't. You don't want to play that tone, because it's been homogenized and tweaked crazily by a studio engineer. And if you took that tone and played it by yourself, your ears would bleed. It's horrible on its own. All due respect to Randy Rhoads, but that wasn't you would not want to play that. So what you want to look for are profiles that are just they're not necessarily studio mix ready for reamping purposes. They're ready for your hands. They're going to feel good and sound good on their own. Those are tones that you want to look for. And I honestly think, and I'm pleading with the guys that make profiles right now, make a batch for studio mix ready, and make a batch for practicing and live sound too. And that's kind of why I go with a lot of the live ready sound stuff, because his stuff is great, and Matt Figg's too. It's great for just playing in your room and practicing with a band, going on stage with, and enjoying that. And then, because when you go into a studio, the engineer's going to do what he's going to do with it anyways. You know, they're just going to do a EQ tilt. They're going to pull down the 4K, and they're going to do all that stuff anyway. So just play stuff that sounds raw. And, you know, that's what I like. You know, I don't like overly homogenized tones, you know. So go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So the last... You're fine. You're fine.
Oh, I know I'm fine.
Let's see. George says, My suggestion to the channel. Obviously, it's more metal oriented, but it would be really cool if you could have played more hard rock or even lower gain settings other than clean and full on metal. I've seen now several videos of the channel. I really like the process of testing and the host and hostess. Haha. But it's just too metal, extreme, or straight up clean. So there's a bunch of colors missing in between. Yeah, he kind of got Dr. Seuss there on us on that.
He kind of did, didn't he?
Yeah, well, but it's just too metal, extreme, or straight up clean, so there's a bunch of colors missing in between.
Well, I mean, I appreciate the comment. I really do. And we try to reach out to as many people as we can to have diversity on the show regarding players. Not for PC reasons, because I'm not about that.
We are.
Yeah, so I know whatever people that I know, same with you, and like I was saying earlier, we're looking for are people that can play on camera, articulate what they like and what they don't like about things.
We're having a new guitar player on next week, right?
Yes, we are.
So if you are a guitar player and you can either afford to fly yourself to Michigan and get here, or if you're in the local area, send us a video. Go to our Facebook page. You can message it to us. It's just Tone Wars, 2 words. If you have Jarrod's email, you can email him videos or whatever. But we would love to get new players, meet new personalities, different genres. Would be awesome. Exactly.
And what we like is like Chris from last week is definitely, if you wonder what we're looking for in a player, and like not just genre, but just someone who just can tell you what he likes, and he's opinionated. He's not afraid to say he likes or doesn't like something and why. Yeah. Why is a huge word. I mean, it's only 3 letters, but it means a lot. You know, like we need to know why, because the listeners, when people are watching the show, they don't want to hear like, well, I don't like that. They want to hear why you don't like that. And if you do like something, they want to hear why you like it. You know, like, what is it about that? Is it tone? Is it texture? Is it feel? Is it the mids? Is it this? Is it that? Is it like, is it chunky? Is it loose? I mean, what is it that you like about it? So that they can glean from that and go, all right, thank you for saying that magic word that makes me either avoid that thing like the plague or go out and buy it right now. You know, that's what we're looking for.
Definitely avoid the plague.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what we're looking for in players. And it doesn't necessarily have to be metal. I mean, I want anybody on this show that can play the instrument properly and basically just talk about what they're looking for in tone or amps or gear or whatever properly, so that they can be conveyed to you guys that are watching, you know, in a way that they understand it, and it strikes a chord with people.
We got to say hi to Brazil.
Oh, what's going on? Fernando,
hello,
what's happening?
Fernando from Brazil.
It's so cool that we can do this, and we can be all over the world, and there's people watching from everywhere. You know, Greece, we've had Brazil, we've had Canada, we've had, of course, the States, Korea, Singapore, we've had France, we've had France, we've had all kinds, Italy, Spain, we've had all kinds of, it's so cool, you know. I love this.
Brett says that PT100 cold, is it C or old? PT100 C, old, sweet, most of those organic overdrive is awesome in that model. Was he answering?
Oh, he was probably talking about the one that he tried when he was here for, I think it was for, it was one of the 2 episodes he was here for. There's a Live Ready Sound PT100 profile. And I know I sound like a Live Ready Sound shill. I'm not. I'm not. It's just those are the profiles that I really like a lot. And I've been through like a lot of other ones. And I still have to give Matt Fig high praise as well, because his profiles did very well for Chris, last week too. So
Keith wants to know if the editor came out yet.
No, not yet. It was funny. I didn't see this, but a friend of mine told me that Kemper posted in one of the groups that I'm in a few more days. Like, that was like a week and a half ago. And I'm like, what is a few days to you guys? I mean,
they have your sense of time.
yeah, they might. I'll get back to you on that in a minute. But I see, the thing is I don't need an editor for like what I do as far as a band goes. But for this show, I am starting to really see the need for an editor, because when I have people come over and we got to do multiple tones, oh my god, going in here and like dialing stuff in and like moving,
and then I start panicking, like, buy t-shirts to fill space.
Well, it's just hard.
You could totally still buy a t-shirt.
It's so hard to move all this stuff around on the unit as far as bulk. Like taking 30 profiles out of your favorites folder and you can't do that on here. You have to do it on the computer. So when I set up episodes, I hate the editor so much for Kemper right now. I do it all old school on here, and it sucks. So for that sort of use, I definitely see the need for an editor. But for just everyday playing, I don't tweak my Kemper. I play it. I just turn it on and I play it. So that's kind of how it works with me.
I'm kind of glad you do.
Yeah, everybody's different, So yeah, I mean, so that's three. I did 3 profiles that are going to be in Sunday night's thing, and then I did an extra, the 6505 one, and then I did the clean tonight for you guys to hear that too. But yeah, it's going to be a good shootout. I really I hate to sound like the guy that's just overly hyping things and like, oh, you never know. But honestly, I was very shocked at how good that the Axe 3 was. And I'd be lying if I didn't say that. I mean, Jay's here; he'll attest to that. I mean, I was like, holy crap, that thing does have texture. It sounds really good. So I think this is going to be really close. And I'm going to be in the hot seat next week, too.
Yes, he's going to be a contestant.
Yep, I'm going to be a contestant. Yep, I have to, because I'm like, I've never done the Axe 3, and I really want to see for myself which one.
You going to be blind?
Yeah, I won't know what you guys are doing. Yeah, because Jay he's owned 2 Kempers.
I'm gonna get you.
So Jay's gonna operate the Kemper and the Axe 3 while I'm playing. I'm gonna operate them while he's playing.
Yeah.
And then we got 3 other guys doing it too. So this is gonna be a very interesting episode. This will be my first time being a contestant.
He's always like, I'm gonna do it this time. Like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
It'll take too long. Yeah. You're gonna be too stressed out. Yeah. Who's gonna run the stuff? But he worked it out this time. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons why Jay came over, so we can get on the same page with everything. So it's going to be interesting. It really is.
Man.
Yes. So, anyways, well, if you guys, share the episode, please tune in next week.
Yeah.
Sunday night.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Eastern Daylight Time, or
watch
Eastern
Jarrod
Standard.
Get fooled.
Yeah, watch me get fooled. Eastern Standard Time next Sunday, 6 o'clock.
No, it's not standard till midnight.
Oh, it's not? No, it's Saturday night.
No, it is Saturday night.
Yeah, so Sunday. So it's Eastern Standard Time. Yep, Sunday night. And we'll be going live. We'll have a bunch of players down here, the Axe FX 3 and the Kemper. And they're going to battle it out head-to-head, and there will be a winner at the end. And you're going to have all the numbers on your spreadsheet, and we're going to tally them up at the end, and it's going to be a freaking nail-biter. I really think it's going to be a nail-biter. This is going to be insane. So, anyways, well, I want to thank everybody for stopping by, and I really appreciate the support and everything, and thanks for hanging out with us, and we will see you all next Sunday at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
For Fight Night.
Fight Night. Axe FX 3 versus the Kemper. It's going to be awesome.
Good night.
Good night, guys. Take care. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Thank you very much.